With customized hybrids, you've probably seen in the news how people have taken a hybrid car and converted it. They took $2,000, these guys in their garage. $2,000 later, they've got a hybrid that used to get 50 miles to the gallon, somewhere around there. Now it gets 100. How did they do that? Here's some possible ideas for you. Number one, they could have changed out the batteries for better ones. The ones that the hybrid came with, they could have changed it out for better quality batteries. Number two, the engine could have been converted to produce electricity, being hooked up to a generator, so that it could help prolong the life of the batteries and, of course, the running time of the vehicle. So those are two things that I can think of that you'd be able to customize the hybrids. And I don't know if you'd see my other video on windshield, but also the aerodynamics. See the video I did on windshield. Make sure you have good aerodynamics on your vehicle by making sure the air is flowing freely around your vehicle and there's the least amount of wind resistance possible while you're driving. The less your engine has to work to make your vehicle go forward, well, then the farther you're going to go for the amount of energy. Another thing that would help hybrids, here's the thing. Combustion engines burn gas and use gears. Okay? So when you go from first gear and you switch gears, now you're using fuel again, but you're getting more out of it because as you speed up, you can switch to a higher gear, and it'll make you go farther for the amount of times the engine turns. So there's a fuel relationship to the speed that you're going. And the gears is what helps you get more out of this. The engine's not going to turn any faster. It doesn't turn any faster as you're going through the gears on a combustion engine vehicle. What's happening is the gears are making the wheels spin faster, or more amount of times. The wheels are spinning more amount of times as you go through the gears for the amount of times that the engine turns. The engine doesn't have any more RPMs than it started out with in first gear. The maximum RPMs for the engine is the maximum RPMs. If it can go as high as 6,000 RPMs on the engine, that's all you get to work with, going through all 5 or 6 of your gears, whatever your vehicle has. The difference is the ratio of turns of the engine to turns of the wheel that propels your car. Now, if the hybrids are set up to where the only thing they do is turn the wheels faster and faster and faster, they're limited by the amount of times the motor can spin, just like the combustion engine RPMs. There is a relationship, just like the engine has a relationship of fuel, the amount of gas you're using as you're going through the gears. You're getting more out of the amount of fuel you're using when you get into higher gears, because you're going farther and farther each time the engine turns. The wheels are spinning faster and faster as you get into higher gears. You're getting more out of the fuel. There's a similar relationship that could be capitalized on with electric vehicles. If they don't have gears and all you're doing is running straight from the motor to the wheels, and the number of times that the motor turns, the number of times the wheels will turn, that's not, you could do better if you had gears. There is still a relationship of fuel to the amount of times or the amount of distance you can cover with the spinning of the engine. In this case, it's an electric motor, really, that's spinning your wheels. If there were gears, just like the combustion engine, the fuel is gas. In a electric engine, the fuel is electricity. There's still this fuel, in a sense, that's being used. To get more out of that fuel, you need to hook it up to a transmission. Don't just hook it straight to the wheels. And better gear ratios, lighter materials, and all of that good stuff. Now, they have vehicles, I won't get into that. They have vehicles that have skins that are not even metal. There's just a basic framework, and the skin is a really, really thick material, So we're talking about just like with the windshield, getting more out of your hybrid. Hey, put a skin on there that's not made of metal. But you'd have to have a framework to go with it. It's a whole redesign. But if you took hybrids in that direction, you'd get more out of them. But anyway, better batteries and more of them. If you get better batteries and you can do the same thing with, say, 2 really big batteries instead of just 3, why not put 3 of the better batteries in there? Boom, there you go. Not only better batteries that can hold more and give you more power, but the same amount that they do lots more can get you a lot farther. You know, just maximize it. I think that's about all I had to say about the hybrids. Well, make sure you've got the energy recapture technology in there. You know, when you hit the brakes, there's generators that are used as resistance on the wheels. So when you're braking, what you're actually doing is engaging a generator, and that resistance from the generator is what slows you down, provides the braking. And you're recapturing, so energy recapture, you're capturing some of that electricity, that power, that energy that you used to make the vehicle move forward. As you're trying to make the vehicle stop, you're recapturing some of that energy.